As the first golden rays of sunlight spill across the African savanna, the landscape undergoes a breathtaking transformation. Wisps of mist cling to the tall, dew-laden grasses, shimmering as the sun climbs steadily above the horizon. Acacia trees, their branches outstretched, cast elongated, intricate shadows, their silhouettes etched against a sky painted in delicate hues of amber, rose and violet. The air is crisp, carrying the faint scent of earth and wildflowers, signalling the start of a new day in this ancient ecosystem. The cool morning air is alive with subtle, almost imperceptible movement. Nocturnal hunters, hyenas and jackals slip quietly into the fading darkness, their forms dissolving into the brush as the world brightens. Their paws leave faint imprints in the moist earth, a silent record of the night's pursuits. The hush of night gradually gives way to the gentle stirrings of day as the savanna's diurnal inhabitants begin to emerge. Near a weathered kopje, a pride of lions sprawls in the dew-soaked grass. Lionesses, their tawny coats dusted with the remnants of the night's hunt, breathe heavily, muscles slack, eyes half closed, yet their hunger remains sharp beneath the calm. Cubs nestle close to their mothers, occasionally batting at each other with oversized paws, while the older members of the pride rest, conserving energy for the challenges ahead. The dominant male, his mane ablaze with the new light, rises and unleashes a thunderous roar. The sound reverberates across the plains, a deep proclamation of power and possession, warning rivals that this territory is fiercely guarded. His breath steams in the cool air, and with each roar the boundaries of his domain are reaffirmed, echoing through the grasslands and into the hearts of all who hear it. Not far away, a herd of zebras emerges from the shadows, their black and white stripes weaving a mesmerizing pattern among the golden grasses. They move in perfect unison, each step calculated to confuse the eyes of would-be predators. The morning sun glints off their sleek coats, and as they graze, their constant vigilance is evident in every flick of an ear and every sidelong glance. At the edge of the group, vigilant sentinels stand tall, ears swivelling to catch the faintest rustle. Their nostrils flare, testing the breeze for the scent of danger, every sense tuned to the pulse of the wild. These sentinels are the first line of defense, their sharp eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of movement, ready to sound the alarm at the slightest hint of threat. Overhead, the sky is punctuated by the silent glide of vultures. They ride the morning thermals, their wings outstretched, scanning the vast expanse below for any sign of opportunity. With keen eyesight, they can spot the smallest detail from hundreds of feet above, their presence a constant reminder of the cycle of life and death that governs the savanna. On the ground, these scavengers descend upon the remains of last night's drama. Their sharp beaks strip flesh from bone with ruthless efficiency, ensuring that every trace of life is returned to the earth. In this ecosystem, nothing is left to waste. Every scrap is consumed, every bone picked clean, and the nutrients recycled back into the soil to nourish new growth. Across the open plains, a tapestry of life unfolds in the gentle morning light. Elephants lumber through the grass, their trunks sweeping for fresh shoots and tender leaves. Antelopes graze in loose clusters, their bodies tense and ready to spring at a moment's notice. Flocks of birds dart and call, their songs weaving through the air, while smaller creatures, warthogs, mongooses and hares, scurry through the undergrowth, each playing their part in this intricate web of survival. The savanna stretches endlessly, a living mosaic where every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a vital role in the intricate web of survival. The land itself is a patchwork of colour and texture, shaped by the rhythms of rain and drought, fire and renewal, and the constant interplay between predator and prey. As the light intensifies, so does the tension. Predators crouch low in the grass, eyes fixed on the herds, muscles coiled and ready to strike. Prey animals remain poised, every sense heightened, ready to flee at the slightest hint of danger. Each encounter is a test of skill, patience and instinct, a daily battle for survival played out in the open arena of the plains. With the arrival of dawn, the savannah awakens in full, an arena of constant motion where survival is earned anew with every sunrise. The day's first light marks the beginning of countless stories, each woven into the fabric of Africa's wildest and most enduring landscape. As the sun reaches its zenith, the African savannah is engulfed in a relentless blaze. The landscape shimmers with heat, every blade of grass radiating the sun's intensity. The air itself seems to vibrate, distorting the horizon and cloaking the plains in a wavering mirage. In these punishing hours, survival becomes a test of endurance and adaptation. Beneath the sparse canopy of acacia trees, a silent congregation forms. Wildebeest, zebra and impala gather in uneasy proximity, their usual wariness set aside by the shared need for relief. Even the most vigilant predators, like cheetahs and leopards, seek out the cool shadows, their bodies pressed low to the earth, conserving precious energy. The midday truce is fragile, dictated by necessity rather than trust. At the heart of this parched expanse lies a vital refuge, the waterhole. Here, hippos reign supreme, their massive forms nearly invisible beneath the muddy surface. Only their nostrils, eyes and ears break the water's plane, scanning for threats while their bodies remain cocooned in the cooling embrace. The mud not only shields them from the sun, but also acts as a barrier against biting insects, a crucial adaptation in this unforgiving climate. But beneath the surface calm, a volatile tension simmers. Hippos are fiercely territorial, and the waterhole is a battleground as much as a sanctuary. A sudden movement or encroachment sparks a violent display, jaws yawning wide, revealing tusks as sharp as daggers. The clash of titans sends shockwaves through the water, each thunderous splash a warning to rivals and intruders alike. On the sun-baked horizon, a formidable herd of African buffalo advances. Their approach is deliberate, the adults forming a living shield around their vulnerable calves. Each animal is acutely aware of the dangers that lurk nearby. Every ear swivels, every nostril tests the air for the scent of predators. The herd's unity is its greatest defense, a testament to the power of collective vigilance. Concealed in the tall, tawny grass, a pride of lions observes the buffalo's every move. Their golden eyes are unblinking, muscles coiled beneath sleek fur. The lions know that patience is their ally. The oppressive heat saps the strength of both hunter and hunted. For now, they bide their time, conserving energy for the perfect moment to strike. The buffalo reach the waterhole, lowering their heads to drink with measured caution. Their bodies remain tense, ready to bolt at the slightest sign of danger. Each sip is a calculated risk, for the waterhole is both a source of life and a stage for sudden violence. The herd's sentinels scan the grasslands, ever alert to the possibility of an ambush. The lions remain statuesque, their bodies pressed to the earth, waiting for the sun to dip and shadows to lengthen. In this midday lull, patience is as vital as power, and hunger sharpens their focus. Across the savannah, a rare peace settles. Animals rest where they can, panting in the shade, their bodies adapted to endure the harshest hours. The landscape is deceptively tranquil, masking the constant struggle for survival. Every creature here is shaped by the sun's rhythm. Some, like the hippo, seek refuge in water. Others, like the buffalo and antelope, rely on unity and vigilance. Even the smallest birds and insects adjust their routines, seeking shelter or burrowing into the cool earth. As the sun finally begins its slow descent, the air stirs with anticipation. The animals sense the change, muscles twitching, eyes scanning the horizon. The brief respite is ending, and the savannah's pulse quickens once more. For now, the waterhole remains a fragile sanctuary, a rare moment of coexistence in a world ruled by hunger and heat. But in the wild, safety is always fleeting. Every shadow could conceal a threat, and every moment of calm is balanced on the edge of chaos. Here, survival is a battle waged with every heartbeat. As the last rays of sunlight bleed into the horizon, the African savanna undergoes a dramatic transformation. The golden grasses, once ablaze with daylight, now shimmer under a veil of deepening twilight. Shadows lengthen, stretching across the plains, and a profound stillness settles over the land. Yet beneath this tranquil surface, a surge of anticipation pulses through the wild, signalling the beginning of a nightly ritual. This is the painted wolf's hour. As dusk envelops the landscape, Africa's most enigmatic hunters stir from their concealed dens. Their mottled coats blend seamlessly with the dappled light, allowing them to slip silently into the cool embrace of evening. Every sense is heightened, every movement deliberate as they prepare for the challenges ahead. Before the hunt commences, the pack assembles in a vibrant display of social connection. Animated chirps and high-pitched squeaks fill the air as they greet one another, tails wagging in unison. Ritual sneezes punctuate the gathering, a unique form of democratic decision-making where each sneeze counts as a vote for action. Only when a consensus is reached does the pack surge forward, united in purpose. Unlike the stealthy ambushes of leopards or lions, painted wolves are masters of endurance. Their hunting strategy is built on relentless pursuit, not concealment. The pack moves as a single fluid entity, each member perfectly attuned to the others, weaving through the tall grasses in tight formation. Every individual has a role, from flanking to driving, ensuring the hunt is a coordinated ballet of speed and stamina. Throughout the chase, communication is vital. High-pitched calls and yips slice through the dusk, guiding the pack's direction and pace. Leadership is dynamic. Each dog takes turns at the front, sharing the exhausting task of breaking through the grass and maintaining momentum. This seamless exchange of roles prevents fatigue and keeps the pack cohesive, maximizing their collective strength. When the moment to strike arrives, the pack fans out with astonishing precision. They encircle their chosen prey, anticipating every move and closing off every escape route. Their coordination is instinctive, honed by years of experience and deep social bonds. Each maneuver is executed with split-second timing, transforming the hunt into a display of tactical brilliance rather than brute force. The impalas, renowned for their agility and speed, launch into desperate sprints and breathtaking leaps, twisting through the undergrowth in a bid for survival. The chase is a spectacle of raw athleticism, a relentless contest where stamina is pitted against agility, and every heartbeat could tip the balance between life and death. The painted wolves press on, unwavering in their pursuit. Their quarry weaves and dodges, but the pack's persistence is unyielding. Each member anticipates the next move, adjusting their speed and direction in perfect harmony. In this unforgiving race, a single miscalculation by the prey can mean the difference between escape and capture. When victory is secured, the spoils are shared with remarkable generosity. The youngest pups and the most vulnerable members are fed first, a testament to the pack's deep-rooted sense of responsibility. Injured or elderly wolves are never abandoned. Every meal is a communal event, reinforcing the bonds that hold the group together and ensuring the survival of all. Even in the shadow of formidable rivals, lions and hyenas, the painted wolves stand resolute. Their unity is their greatest defence, allowing them to protect their hard-earned meals and defend their territory against larger, more powerful adversaries. The pack's cohesion is a formidable shield, forged through trust and mutual reliance. As night deepens, the pack retreats to a place of safety. They rest together, bodies press close for warmth and reassurance. Gentle whimpers and soft grooming rituals fill the air, soothing the day's tensions and renewing the trust that is vital for their survival. In these quiet moments, the strength of their social fabric is most evident. The twilight belongs to the painted wolves. Their silhouettes glide across the fading savannah, embodying the spirit of cooperation and resilience. Each step they take is a testament to their adaptability and the intricate strategies that define their existence. In this harsh and unpredictable wilderness, survival is never a solitary endeavour. It is the art of collaboration, where every member's fate is intertwined with the group. The painted wolves exemplify the power of unity, thriving where isolation would mean certain defeat. Alert, resilient, and bound by unbreakable ties, the painted wolves are nature's consummate strategists. Their story is one of adaptation, teamwork, and the relentless pursuit of survival, an enduring legacy on the wildest stage of Africa. As the last rays of sunlight fade, the savannah transforms into a realm of shadows and anticipation. The temperature drops, and a gentle breeze stirs the tall grasses, carrying the scents of distant prey and predators alike. In this nocturnal theatre, the leopard emerges, a master of the night, its golden coat dappled with moonlight, moving with a grace that betrays its lethal intent. Each step is measured, every muscle working in perfect harmony, as it glides silently across the landscape, unseen and unheard by all but the most vigilant creatures. The leopard's rosetted coat is more than beautiful. It is a marvel of evolutionary design, breaking up its outline and rendering it nearly invisible among the shifting patterns of grass and shadow. With each careful step, the leopard's body hugs the earth, whiskers quivering as it reads the subtle vibrations of the ground. Its senses are heightened, ears swivelling to catch the faintest rustle, eyes wide and unblinking, capturing every flicker of movement in the darkness. The hunt is a delicate dance, a test of patience and precision, where a single misstep could mean the difference between feast and famine. Trees are the leopard's sanctuary and stronghold. With effortless agility, it ascends a sturdy trunk, claws digging deep into the bark for traction. High above the ground, the leopard becomes a phantom, its body melting into the tangled branches. From this elevated perch, it surveys the world below, keen eyes scanning for the slightest sign of movement, every muscle coiled in anticipation. The tree offers both safety and advantage, a place to rest, to plan, and to strike with devastating surprise. The stillness is shattered in an instant. With a burst of explosive power, the leopard descends upon its unsuspecting prey. Its leap is silent but deadly, muscles rippling beneath its spotted coat as it closes the distance in a heartbeat. Jaws clamp down with surgical precision, targeting the throat to end the struggle swiftly. The kill is not the end, but the beginning of another challenge. With astonishing strength, the leopard hoists its prize, sometimes heavier than itself, into the branches, defying gravity and the ever-present threat of scavengers below. Solitude defines the leopard's existence. Whether draped languidly over a high limb or poised atop a sun-warmed rocky outcrop, the leopard is ever vigilant. Its solitude is a calculated choice, a means of survival in a world where competition is fierce and alliances are fleeting. Every sense is attuned to the environment: the distant call of a nightjar, the subtle shift of wind, the faint crackle of grass beneath a passing rodent. In this isolation, the leopard finds both safety and supremacy. Suspended above the chaos, the leopard dines in peace. Its powerful jaws and sharp teeth make quick work of sinew and bone, each bite deliberate and efficient. Below, a restless congregation of hyenas circles the base of the tree, their laughter echoing through the night. But the leopard remains untouchable, its meal secured high above the reach of scavengers. This elevated dining room is both fortress and larder, a testament to the leopard's ingenuity and strength. As the night deepens, the leopard becomes a silent sentinel, its silhouette barely discernible against the star-studded sky. From its lofty vantage, it surveys a kingdom ruled by shadows and uncertainty. Every movement is calculated, every pause a moment of strategic assessment. The leopard's world is one of constant vigilance, where survival depends on the ability to anticipate danger and seize opportunity in equal measure. Adaptation is the leopard's greatest weapon. Its body melts into the dense foliage, each muscle and whisker perfectly attuned to the shifting patterns of light and shadow. The leopard's golden eyes flicker with intelligence and intent, always alert to the slightest change in its environment. In the labyrinth of the bush, it becomes a ghost, unseen, unheard, and utterly unpredictable. In this unforgiving wilderness, invisibility is the ultimate survival strategy. The leopard's ability to vanish, leaving behind only a faint imprint in the grass or a fleeting shadow, ensures its dominance in a world where only the most adaptable endure. As dawn approaches, the leopard slips away, swallowed by the landscape, its solitary reign continuing in the endless cycle of night and day. As the first rays of sunlight pierce the horizon, the Amazon rainforest awakens in a breathtaking display of vitality. Mist drifts lazily between the towering trees, shrouding the upper canopy in a golden haze. The air vibrates with the hum of countless insects, their wings beating in unison, while the distant croak of tree frogs and the flutter of hidden wings create a living soundtrack to the dawn. Each layer of the forest, from the shadowy understory to the sunlit treetops, comes alive in a carefully orchestrated sequence, revealing the intricate web of life that thrives here. Scarlet macaws burst from their roosts, slicing through the morning mist with a riot of colour. Their feathers, a dazzling blend of crimson, blue and gold, catch the sunlight as they soar above the treetops. Their calls, loud and unmistakable, reverberate through the forest, serving as both a greeting and a warning to rivals. These birds are not just symbols of beauty. They are vital seed dispersers, shaping the very structure of the rainforest with every flight. Along the river banks, macaws and parrots gather in spectacular numbers at exposed clay licks. Their beaks scrape and chip at the mineral-rich earth, consuming the clay to counteract the toxins found in the wild fruits and seeds they eat. This daily ritual is a testament to the bird's remarkable adaptation, a behaviour honed over millennia to ensure their survival in a landscape teeming with chemical defences. In the dim middle canopy, a three-toed sloth clings to a branch, its body perfectly still. Its fur, tinged green by symbiotic algae, provides a living camouflage that shields it from predators like the harpy eagle. The sloth's slow movements are a masterclass in energy conservation, and its shaggy coat is home to a miniature ecosystem. Beetles, moths, and even fungi coexist within its fur, each playing a role in this unique microhabitat. The sloth's deliberate, almost imperceptible movements are a silent ballet, each motion calculated to avoid drawing attention. Its stillness is both a shield and a strategy, allowing it to blend seamlessly into the tangled foliage. Even its slow descent to the forest floor, a journey made only once a week to defecate, is fraught with danger, underscoring the constant risks faced by canopy dwellers. Above the canopy, the harpy eagle reigns supreme. With a wingspan stretching over 2 meters and talons as large as a grizzly bear's claws, it glides effortlessly between the highest branches. Its vision is unmatched, able to spot the faintest movement from great distances. The harpy eagle's silent flight and explosive power make it one of the most formidable predators in the rainforest, capable of snatching monkeys and sloths from the treetops in a single swift strike. The canopy is a mosaic of specialists, each species finely tuned to its niche. Leafcutter ants march in endless columns along invisible highways, carrying fragments of leaves to underground fungus farms. Glass frogs, nearly transparent, cling to the undersides of leaves, their delicate bodies almost invisible against the green. Every creature, from the tiniest insect to the largest mammal, is woven into the fabric of this ecosystem, their lives interdependent and delicately balanced. Spider monkeys, agile and acrobatic, swing effortlessly from branch to branch, their prehensile tails acting as a fifth limb. Their movements are a blur of energy, allowing them to cover vast distances in search of fruit. On the forest floor, poison dart frogs display their vivid colours as a warning to would-be predators, their skin laced with potent toxins. Meanwhile, macaws return to the clay banks, their beaks stained with earth, reinforcing the cycle of adaptation and survival. In this vertical labyrinth, fleeting encounters are the norm. An iguana basks on a sunlit limb, absorbing the warmth needed to fuel its cold-blooded metabolism. A toucan, with its oversized bill, deftly plucks fruit from the branches, while a troop of capuchins chatter and forage, their social bonds as complex as any in the animal kingdom. Here, competition and cooperation unfold in every corner, shaping the destinies of those who call the canopy home. Sunlight, the currency of life in the rainforest, filters through the dense canopy in shifting patterns. Each shaft is fiercely contested by vines, bromeliads and epiphytes, all racing skyward in a relentless quest for light. The competition is so intense that some plants have evolved to grow on the branches of others, creating a layered tapestry of green that stretches from the forest floor to the uppermost leaves. To survive in this crowded world, every animal must carve out a niche, whether it's a patch of sky, a hidden hollow, or a secret perch among the leaves. Each movement is calculated, every adaptation hard-won. The struggle for space and resources is relentless, driving the evolution of extraordinary behaviours and forms. The Amazon's canopy is a living mosaic, pulsing with colour, sound and motion. It is a place of constant invention, where every day is a contest for survival, and every creature, no matter how small, plays a vital role in the endless drama unfolding above the forest floor. Here, life is not just sustained, it is celebrated in all its wild, untamed glory. Deep within the Amazon's shadowy underworld, where sunlight barely pierces the dense canopy, a silent drama unfolds every day and night. The air is thick with humidity, and the ground is a tapestry of fallen leaves, tangled roots, and the faint rustle of unseen creatures. The rivers here are slow and murky, their depths concealing ancient giants. Submerged logs and tangled roots create a labyrinth where danger is never far away. The water's surface is deceptively calm, masking the constant struggle for survival beneath. The green Anaconda, a master of camouflage, glides silently beneath the surface. Its olive scales blend seamlessly with floating vegetation, rendering it nearly invisible to unsuspecting prey. Every muscle is attuned to the faintest vibration, every movement calculated for maximum stealth. Patient and motionless, the Anaconda waits at the water's edge, its eyes and nostrils barely breaking the surface. Every ripple is a signal, every movement a potential meal. The capybara, largest rodent in the world, is a frequent target, its presence at the riverbank a gamble with fate. When opportunity strikes, the snake explodes with astonishing speed, coiling its muscular body around its victim. The struggle is brief. Its grip is relentless, suffocating life in seconds before swallowing its prey whole. The anaconda's jaws unhinge, stretching impossibly wide to engulf animals far larger than its own head. Yet this watery domain is not ruled by the anaconda alone. The jaguar, the largest feline in the Americas, prowls the tangled banks with silent authority. Its golden coat dappled with rosettes, it moves like a shadow through the undergrowth. Each step is measured, each movement a testament to its predatory prowess. Unlike most cats, the jaguar is an adept swimmer, crossing rivers with ease. Its powerful limbs propel it through the current, unafraid to pursue prey on land or in water. The jaguar's affinity for water sets it apart, allowing it to hunt in places few predators dare to venture. Its bite is legendary, strong enough to pierce the armoured shells of turtles and the thick hides of caimans. Precision and power make the jaguar a formidable hunter. With a single calculated strike, it can dispatch prey that would be impervious to lesser predators. Occasionally, these apex predators cross paths. The jaguar and the anaconda are ancient rivals, each capable of turning hunter into hunted. Their encounters are rare, but when they occur, the tension is palpable. Two masters of their domains, each testing the other's resolve. In these rare encounters, a tense standoff ensues. The jaguar's agility and crushing bite are matched by the anaconda's strength and stealth. Each weighs the risk, knowing a single mistake could be fatal. The forest holds its breath as predator faces predator, neither willing to yield ground. Most often, mutual respect prevails. Both predators retreat, their coexistence a delicate balance of power, shaped by countless generations of survival. The Amazon's intricate web of life ensures that even the mightiest must sometimes walk away. The jaguar reigns supreme on land, while the anaconda dominates the waterways. Each rules a separate realm, yet their territories overlap in this intricate ecosystem. The boundaries between land and water are blurred, and survival depends on adaptability and respect for the dangers that lurk nearby. In the Amazon, survival is a relentless contest of strength, stealth, and adaptability. Every creature is both predator and prey, shaped by the unforgiving wild. The constant interplay of hunter and hunted drives evolution, forging animals into specialists uniquely suited to their environment. Here, the wilderness is raw and untamed, a realm where only the most cunning and powerful endure. Thunderstorms roll across the canopy, and mist rises from the treetops, shrouding the land in mystery. In this ancient battleground, the Anaconda and the Jaguar continue their timeless struggle, each a symbol of the Amazon's enduring spirit. In the far reaches of the Arctic and Siberia, survival is a daily battle against the elements. Here the sun hovers low on the horizon, casting a pale glow over a world sculpted by relentless wind and ice. The air is razor-sharp, each breath crystallizing in the lungs, and the silence is broken only by the howl of the wind sweeping across endless tundra. In this stark wilderness, every living creature is locked in a struggle for existence, where the margin between life and death is measured in degrees and heartbeats. The Siberian tiger, the largest of all wild cats, is a master of stealth and endurance. Its thick, striped coat provides both camouflage and insulation, blending seamlessly with the snow-draped trees. Each step is deliberate, massive paws spreading its weight to glide silently over the powdery surface. The tiger's amber eyes scan the forest for movement. Deer and wild boar, equally wary, move like shadows among the trees. In these frigid months, every calorie counts, and a failed hunt can mean days without food. The tiger's patience is legendary, waiting motionless for hours before launching a lightning-fast ambush, its muscles coiled beneath the fur. Out on the open tundra, muskoxen gather in tight-knit herds, their bodies pressed together for warmth and protection. Their shaggy coats, layered with dense underwool, shield them from the biting wind. When danger approaches, the herd forms a defensive ring, horns facing outward, a living barricade against predators. Grey wolves, gaunt from the scarcity of prey, circle the herd with calculated precision. Their yellow eyes scan for any sign of weakness, a calf separated from its mother, or an elder slowed by age. The tension is palpable, a silent standoff between predator and prey, each side waiting for the other to make the first move. The wolves communicate through a complex language of glances, ear twitches, and subtle shifts in posture. Each member of the pack knows its role, moving in concert to probe the herd's defences. They feint and dart, testing the muskoxen's resolve, searching for a momentary lapse. The pack's strategy is honed by generations of survival in these harsh conditions. Cooperation is their greatest weapon, allowing them to take down prey many times their size. The outcome of this encounter will determine whether the pack eats tonight or continues its relentless search across the frozen plains. Farther north, the polar bear rules as the undisputed monarch of the ice. Solitary and powerful, it traverses vast distances across shifting floes, its massive frame built for endurance. The bear's sense of smell is so acute it can detect a seal's breathing hole from nearly a kilometre away. Patiently it waits by the opening, motionless for hours, sometimes days, as the Arctic wind howls around it. Each hunt is a gamble. Success means survival. Failure means hunger. As the seasons change, the ice grows thinner, forcing the bear to travel ever farther in search of food, its world shrinking with every passing year. Beneath the ice, orcas glide through the frigid waters with effortless grace. These apex predators are renowned for their intelligence and teamwork. In tightly coordinated pods, they communicate with clicks and whistles, devising complex strategies to hunt seals and fish. Sometimes they create waves to wash unsuspecting seals from ice floes or encircle prey with military precision. Each member of the pod plays a vital role, their cooperation a testament to the power of unity in a world where survival depends on adaptability and cunning. Yet the ancient balance of this frozen realm is unravelling. Rising temperatures fracture the ice, altering migration routes and severing access to traditional hunting grounds. Polar bears are forced to swim longer distances between flows, while wolves and muskoxen must navigate unpredictable terrain. The very foundation of life here, ice and snow, is vanishing, leaving animals to adapt or perish. The landscape itself is in flux, reshaping the destinies of every creature that calls it home. Each hunt in the frozen north is a high-stakes contest, a dance of desperation and determination. Predators are driven by hunger, their senses sharpened by necessity. Prey animals, ever vigilant, rely on speed, strength, and the safety of the herd. The snow muffles every sound, turning the chase into a silent drama where only the most resourceful survive. Every encounter is a test of instinct and resilience, a battle waged in the shadows of ice and snow. The frozen north is no longer a realm of certainty. Its inhabitants face a future shaped by forces beyond their control, melting ice, shifting seasons, and dwindling resources. Adaptation is no longer a choice, but a necessity. The animals that endure here must reinvent their strategies, learning to survive in a world that is changing faster than ever before. In this land of extremes, resilience is the only constant. Against the cold, the hunger, and the shifting landscape, the animals of the frozen north persist, each day a testament to their adaptability and the enduring power of life in one of Earth's harshest environments. Across the vast, untamed reaches of Africa, a silent and relentless force is reshaping the fate of every living creature. The wild, once governed by ancient cycles and predictable seasons, now faces a new era, one defined by uncertainty and invisible threats. As storm clouds gather and lightning dances above untouched wilderness, the very fabric of life is being tested in ways never before witnessed. Climate change, once a distant warning, now fractures the ancient rhythms that have guided survival for millennia. In the far north, polar bears tread cautiously across thinning ice, their world melting beneath their paws. In Africa, rivers that once teemed with life are reduced to cracked earth, forcing herds to journey farther and longer in desperate search of water. The rains arrive late or not at all, and the land itself seems to hold its breath. The relentless advance of human activity carves the wilderness into fragments. Towering forests fall to the whine of chainsaws and the crackle of flames, leaving behind scars that stretch for miles. Grasslands, once endless, are now divided by fences and fields, forcing animals to navigate a labyrinth of barriers. Ancient migration routes, passed down through generations, are severed, leaving herds isolated and vulnerable, their instincts confounded by a landscape forever altered. The giants of the wild, elephants, tigers, rhinos, bear the scars of a different battle. Hunted for their tusks, skins and horns, these icons of strength and majesty are driven to the brink. Poaching syndicates operate in the shadows, their reach stretching across continents, leaving behind emptiness where vibrant life once flourished. Behind every broken tusk and wounded horn lies a story of loss, a reminder of the relentless pressure these animals face. Even the scavengers, nature's tireless clean-up crew, are not immune. Vultures, once abundant, now fall victim to poisoned carcasses left in the wake of human conflict and livestock protection. Their numbers plummet and the skies grow eerily silent as the balance of the ecosystem teeters on the edge. Without these vital birds, disease spreads unchecked, and the cycle of life and death is thrown into chaos. The threats are not always visible. Habitat loss, pollution, and the chaos of a changing climate erode the very foundation of life. Forests that once echoed with the calls of countless species now stand silent, their inhabitants vanished. Rivers run dry and burrows lie empty, testaments to species lost before they could be saved. The faces of the wild grow ever more anxious, their future clouded by forces beyond their control. Pollution seeps into every corner of the wild, tainting water, air, and soil with invisible toxins. Frogs, once abundant, now perch on the edges of polluted ponds, their delicate skin absorbing the poisons of a world out of balance. Deer move cautiously through landscapes shrouded in unnatural fog, their senses dulled by chemicals they cannot detect. Every breath, every sip, carries the risk of unseen harm. The gravest danger facing the wild today is not a predator that can be seen or heard, but an insidious force that creeps in silence. The fate of the world's most extraordinary creatures now hangs by a thread. Each day their future grows more uncertain, their voices quieter in the gathering storm. As dusk falls and the shadows lengthen, the wild waits, holding on to hope in a world transformed by unseen threats. Across the globe, from the sun-drenched savannas of Africa to the shadowed depths of ancient rainforests, the wild is alive with a pulse that never ceases. Each animal, whether it's the silent sloth suspended in a canopy of green or the lion stretched beneath the golden light, plays a distinct and irreplaceable role in the intricate web of life. Their journeys, though separated by continents and climates, are threads in a vast tapestry, one woven from resilience, struggle, and the raw, breathtaking beauty of survival. Apex predators, lions stalking the tall grasses, wolves coordinating in the snow, eagles diving with precision, are the architects of balance. With every calculated hunt and every vigilant watch, they shape the destinies of entire ecosystems. Remove even a single predator, and the delicate equilibrium begins to unravel, sending ripples through the wild that can last for generations. Rainforests, dense and teeming with life, exhale the oxygen that sustains our world. Beneath the waves, coral reefs shelter a kaleidoscope of creatures, while rivers, ever restless, carve new paths and breathe renewal into the land. These wild spaces are not distant. They are the planet's vital organs, sustaining every living thing, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal. When nature is allowed to heal, its power is astonishing. From the charred remains of a wildfire, new saplings emerge, reaching for the sun. Forests regenerate, and animals cautiously return to habitats once lost. This is not an act of charity, but a testament to the wild's innate wisdom, a lesson etched in every green shoot and every paw print pressed into the earth. Yet the pace of change is accelerating. Glaciers recede, their ancient ice vanishing into memory. Forests fall, their canopies replaced by barren scars. Across parched landscapes, animals endure the relentless grip of drought. Evolution, once a slow and steady force, now struggles to keep pace with the storms and disruptions unleashed by our actions. The fate of these wild places and our own hangs in a fragile balance. But hope endures. Every river restored to its natural course, every corridor that reconnects fragmented wilderness, every sapling rooted in fertile soil is a promise, a tangible step toward renewal. The power to tip the scales lies with us, in the choices we make to nurture, to restore, and to protect what remains. Picture herds of elephants moving in unbroken lines beneath the rising sun, wildebeest surging across the plains in timeless migration, and jaguars reclaiming the shadowed heart of the rainforest. These scenes are not relics of the past. They are living proof of nature's resilience, of adaptation and hope unfolding every day in the wild. Yet a question lingers in the fading light. How long will these wonders endure? Empty trails and vanishing herds are silent warnings, urging us to act before the wild's chorus is silenced forever. We are the stewards of this planet's legacy. By safeguarding habitats, restoring lost wilderness, and confronting the realities of climate change, we can ensure that the wild song continues to echo across continents and generations. In protected reserves, where elephants roam free, in rainforests preserved for future generations, in coral reefs teeming with vibrant life, the wild flourishes when given space and respect. Its fate is inseparable from our own. Its survival is our greatest responsibility, and its triumph our greatest hope. The call of the wild is urgent, yet it resonates with promise. Will we answer, ensuring that dawn always breaks over untamed lands, that the lions roar and the eagles cry echo for generations yet to come? The future remains unwritten. Let us choose to write it wild, for the sake of all life that shares this planet. As the last golden rays of sunlight slip beneath the horizon, the African savanna undergoes a profound transformation. The air cools, shadows stretch, and the familiar world of daylight recedes, giving way to a realm ruled by the senses of the night. In the thick undergrowth, pairs of eyes ignite with an eerie glow, each one a sentinel, finely tuned to detect the faintest tremor or flicker of movement. These are the sentinels of darkness, equipped with vision that thrives where light is scarce. The landscape itself seems to shift, as outlines of creatures blend seamlessly with the darkness. Only those adapted to the night can navigate this world, where every sound and shadow holds meaning. Among the tall grasses, the serval cat moves with ghostly precision. Its elongated legs and oversized ears are evolutionary marvels, allowing it to stalk silently and listen for the faintest rustle beneath the soil. Suddenly the serval springs upward, vanishing into the darkness in a single fluid motion. Its leap is a calculated strike, guided by acute hearing and flawless timing, a testament to the perfection of its nocturnal craft. Deep within thorny thickets, bush babies begin their nightly ballet. Agile and alert, they leap from branch to branch, their movements a blur against the backdrop of the night. Their enormous moonlit eyes are masterpieces of adaptation, capturing every available photon. In this world of shadows, their vision turns darkness into a landscape of opportunity. With nimble, sensitive fingers, bush babies probe for insects hidden in bark and leaves. Each leap is measured, each landing silent as they traverse the canopy in search of sustenance. Not far away, the African civet embarks on its nightly patrol. Its distinctive rolling gait and keen sense of smell guide it through the grasslands, nose twitching as it samples the scents carried on the cool night breeze. The civet's menu is as diverse as the night itself. Beetles scuttling beneath leaves, frogs croaking in shallow pools, and ripe fruit fallen from trees. Each meal is a reward for patience and persistence. Every step is deliberate, every pause calculated. The civet's senses are heightened, its awareness sharpened by generations of survival in the darkness. High above, the Varro's eagle owl sits motionless, a silent guardian of the night. Its massive frame is barely visible among the branches, but its presence is unmistakable. With eyes that pierce the darkness and feathers engineered for absolute silence, the owl glides effortlessly through the air. Its approach is undetectable, its strike swift and final. Concealed by the deep shadows of the savannah, the owl becomes invisible to all but the most vigilant. Its mastery of stealth ensures that prey rarely senses danger until it is too late. Across the savannah, each nocturnal predator plays a unique role. From the smallest insect hunter to the most formidable avian raptor, every species is a specialist, perfectly adapted to the challenges of the night. Together, these creatures form a living tapestry, their interactions maintaining the delicate balance of this ecosystem. Beneath a sky ablaze with stars, the night becomes a stage for countless dramas, each one vital to the cycle of life. In the African wilderness, night is not a time of rest, but a vibrant theatre of survival. Here, every shadow conceals a story, and every sound signals the ongoing struggle for existence, a world where the secrets of life are written in silence and darkness. As the first rays of sunlight stretch across the African savannah, the golden light reveals a landscape transformed by the events of the night. The air is cool and still, but beneath this calm, the aftermath of the hunt lingers, an unspoken invitation to a new cast of characters. As the drama of the chase fades, a different spectacle emerges. Scavengers, guided by instinct and the faintest scent on the breeze, converge from every direction. Their arrival is not chaotic, but measured, each species aware of its place in the hierarchy of opportunity. The pride of lions, their bellies distended from the night's feast, lounge in the grass. Their bodies are relaxed, but their gaze remains sharp, ever watchful for threats or rivals. Even in repose, their dominance is unquestioned. Just beyond the lion's reach, a coalition of spotted hyenas assembles. Their movements are deliberate, circling the pride with a blend of caution and boldness. Each step is calculated, every glance a silent negotiation. The hyena's iconic laughter pierces the morning mist, a chorus of whoops and cackles that serves as both a rallying cry and a warning. This vocal display is a sophisticated form of communication, signalling strength, intent, and unity within the clan. Though often labelled as opportunists, hyenas are skilled hunters in their own right. Here, however, patience is their greatest weapon. They bide their time, reading the subtle cues of the lions, waiting for the precise moment when the balance of power shifts. A single miscalculation could provoke a violent response. The tension is palpable. One wrong move, and the pride's wrath will be swift and unforgiving. Eventually, the lions relinquish their claim, slipping away into the tall grass. The hyenas surge forward, their powerful jaws snapping bones with astonishing force, extracting nutrients inaccessible to most other creatures. Every scrap is consumed with methodical efficiency. Hyenas' teeth and digestive systems are uniquely adapted to process even the toughest remains, ensuring that nothing is wasted. Their stomach acids are among the most potent in the animal kingdom, capable of dissolving bone and gristle. In this way, hyenas transform what would otherwise be refuse into vital nourishment, returning essential minerals to the ecosystem. Overhead, the sky darkens with the silhouettes of white-backed vultures. Riding thermals, they spiral downward in ever-tightening circles, their arrival heralded by the rush of wings and the sharp glint of keen eyes. Vultures possess extraordinary eyesight, able to spot the faintest shimmer of flesh from kilometers away. Their descent is precise, guided by both vision and the subtle cues of other scavengers already on the ground. With heads bare and beaks sharply hooked, vultures set to work. Their adaptations allow them to reach deep into the carcass, stripping away flesh that even hyenas cannot access, leaving only sinew and bone. Each vulture species specializes in a different aspect of the feast. Some target the softer organs, while others are equipped to tear through tougher tissues. This division of labor ensures that every edible part is utilized. On the fringes, jackals wait with quiet anticipation. Their small size and quick reflexes make them masters of timing, always alert for the slightest opening. When the larger scavengers are distracted, jackals dart in, snatching morsels overlooked by others. Their agility and cunning allow them to thrive in the margins. Navigating the chaos, jackals weave between hyenas and vultures, exploiting every gap with practiced ease. Their survival depends on both speed and intelligence. This gathering is a masterclass in adaptation. Each participant, from the largest hyena to the smallest jackal, plays a vital role in the ecosystem's grand design. The relationship between apex predators and scavengers is not one of simple competition, but of intricate interdependence. The predator's prowess provides, while the scavenger's efficiency completes the cycle. As the lions fade into the distance, the scavengers erase all traces of the kill. Their work is essential, preventing disease and returning nutrients to the soil, sustaining the very grass that will feed tomorrow's prey. In this delicate balance, every creature has a purpose. The wild is not wasteful. Here, life and death are woven together in a seamless tapestry of renewal. For those who dwell in the shadows, survival is a matter of timing and instinct. In this world, victory belongs not only to the swift or the strong, but to those who know when to wait, when to risk, and when to claim the spoils left behind by the night's fiercest hunters. While the towering silhouettes of elephants and giraffes dominate the horizon, commanding the gaze of all who witness the savannah's grandeur, a parallel universe exists just beneath their colossal shadows. In the dense undergrowth, where sunlight filters through a maze of legs and trunks, small mammals orchestrate a daily ballet of survival, each movement a calculated risk, each pause a moment of vulnerability. The golden grass, swaying gently in the breeze, conceals a labyrinth of acacia roots and hidden passageways, forming a living tapestry where the tiniest creatures carve out their destinies. Here rodents and shrews slip silently between blades, their tracks etched in the soft earth, evidence of nightly forays and desperate dashes from unseen threats. As dawn breaks, the air is cool and still, the world momentarily hushed before the day's heat descends. Dew clings to every blade, and the first rays of sunlight ignite a flurry of activity beneath the surface, as if the earth itself is awakening. From a labyrinthine network of tunnels, a meerkat colony emerges, their eyes sharp and restless, scanning the horizon for the faintest sign of danger. Sentinels rise on hind legs, their slender forms outlined by the rising sun, each one a vigilant guardian, ready to sound the alarm at the slightest disturbance. Below, the rest of the clan fans out, weaving through dew-laden grass, their noses twitching as they search for beetles hidden beneath the soil's surface. With nimble paws, they dig for grubs and tender shoots. Each find a small victory in the ongoing struggle for nourishment. Their survival hinges on constant communication. Chirps and barks ripple through the group, a living web of vigilance and trust. At the first sharp bark, the entire colony vanishes in a synchronized retreat, diving into the safety of their burrow, leaving only ripples in the grass as evidence of their presence. Not far away, another drama unfolds in miniature. The African pygmy mouse, scarcely larger than a thumb, navigates a dense forest of grass stalks, its world a vertical maze of obstacles and opportunities. Each step is measured, each pause deliberate, as it listens for the faintest rustle that might betray a predator's approach. With remarkable dexterity, it stuffs seeds into its cheek pouches, whiskers quivering as it samples the air for danger. Overhead, the kestrel's shadow glides silently, a constant threat that turns every open space into a gauntlet. Below, the sinuous movement of a snake through the grass adds another layer of peril, forcing the mouse to rely on memory and instinct. Its survival depends on knowing every bolt hole, every hidden tunnel, a mental map etched by countless close calls. Familiar paths lead it safely home, where the earth offers sanctuary from the dangers above. Beneath the surface, a different kind of society thrives. The naked mole rat, nearly blind but supremely adapted, carves tunnels through the hard-packed soil, its teeth churning earth with tireless precision. In the perpetual darkness, it navigates by touch and scent, a living engine driving the colony's expansion. Their world is a sprawling network of chambers and corridors, each one serving a purpose: nurseries, food stores, and defensive outposts. Cooperation is the foundation of their society. Some dig tirelessly, expanding the labyrinth, while others transport food or clear debris. Deep within the nest chambers, caregivers tend to the vulnerable young, ensuring the next generation's survival. At the colony's periphery, defenders stand ready to repel intruders, blocking tunnels with their bodies in a living barricade. Every action is synchronized, every role essential. Adaptation and cooperation are the keys to their subterranean success. In these low-oxygen tunnels, where few mammals can survive, the naked mole rat's physiology is uniquely suited, allowing them to thrive where others would falter. As the sun climbs higher, the savanna transforms under its relentless heat. Most small mammals retreat to the cool refuge of burrows or the shade of dense vegetation, escaping the scorching midday rays. Yet the elephant shrew defies the midday lull, emerging boldly onto the open ground. With astonishing bursts of speed, it races across the savanna floor, its limbs a blur as it evades predators and seeks out food. It darts from one patch of cover to the next, following invisible trails mapped by memory and instinct. Along these secret highways, it forages for insects and fallen fruit, its senses finely tuned to the subtlest changes in its environment. Its elongated nose probes the soil, detecting hidden prey, while its heart pounds with the constant threat of ambush. Every pause is a moment of calculation, every twitch a readiness to flee, its survival measured in fractions of a second. These small mammals, though often overlooked, are the silent architects of the savanna's vitality. By aerating the soil, dispersing seeds, and consuming insects, they sustain the ecosystem from the ground up, their impact rippling outward in unseen ways. Every blade of grass, every burrow, and every faint track in the dust tells a story of persistence and ingenuity. Their daily lives are a testament to adaptability, overcoming obstacles, outwitting predators, and seizing fleeting opportunities. In a landscape where the powerful are celebrated, the true pulse of the savannah beats in the hearts of its smallest inhabitants. Through tireless foraging, nest-building, and ceaseless vigilance, they craft a legacy of endurance and quiet strength. In the hush of the grass, with every rapid heartbeat, the saga of survival continues, unseen but essential to the wild heart of Africa. In the heart of Africa, time is not counted in hours or minutes, but in the subtle, sweeping transitions of the seasons. The land itself is a living calendar, its rhythms dictated by the sun's arc and the arrival of rain or drought. As the first rains break the long dry spell, the transformation is immediate and profound. Rivers, once reduced to dusty beds, surge with new life. Grasslands, parched and brittle, are suddenly painted in vibrant greens. From beneath the soil, seeds long dormant awaken, and a chorus of insects and frogs signals the renewal of the land. For the wildlife, these changes are both a blessing and a test. Every species must read the signs, shifting winds, the scent of rain, the call of distant thunder, and respond with remarkable adaptability. Some animals grow new coats, others alter their diets, and many prepare for journeys that will test the limits of endurance. On the open savannah, herds of wildebeest and zebra gather, their senses finely tuned to the promise of rain. The distant rumble of thunder is more than a sound. It is a signal, a call to move. Guided by ancient instincts and the memory of generations, these herds embark on one of nature's greatest migrations. They cross vast plains, braving swollen rivers and treacherous terrain, all in pursuit of fresh grazing grounds that will sustain them through the season. But where prey goes, predators follow. Lions, hyenas and other hunters shadow the herds, their strategies shifting with the abundance or scarcity of prey. Each encounter is a test of skill, patience and timing. In the shelter of tall, rain-fed grasses, cheetah mothers give birth to their cubs. The lush cover offers protection from prying eyes, while the abundance of prey gives these vulnerable youngsters their best chance at survival. Lion prides, emboldened by the season's bounty, hunt with renewed vigour. Their coordinated attacks are a display of power and cooperation, ensuring the pride's survival as the landscape flourishes. Yet the green season is fleeting. As the sun climbs higher and the clouds retreat, the land begins its slow return to dryness. The vibrant greens fade to gold and brown, and the cycle of scarcity begins anew. Waterholes, once brimming with life, shrink to muddy remnants. Animals gather at these precious sources, their interactions tense as competition intensifies. The struggle for water becomes a daily battle for survival. Elephants, with their remarkable memory and strength, dig deep into dry riverbeds to uncover hidden springs. Their efforts not only sustain their own families, but also provide water for countless other species. Overhead, flocks of migratory birds take flight, navigating invisible highways in the sky. They travel vast distances, guided by the stars and the shifting winds, seeking out lands where food and water are still plentiful. In the forests, monkeys adapt to the changing menu. As fruit disappears, they turn to tougher fare, bark, leaves and roots, using ingenuity and dexterity to extract every possible nutrient from their environment. Far to the north, the seasonal cycle is even more dramatic. Here, the land is locked in ice for much of the year, and the arrival of spring is a brief, explosive event. Arctic foxes, masters of camouflage, don thick white coats to vanish against the snow. Their keen senses and agility allow them to hunt even in the harshest conditions, seizing every opportunity the frozen world provides. Caribou gather in formidable herds, their numbers offering protection from predators and the biting cold. Together they traverse the tundra, searching for lichen beneath the snow, their hooves adapted to dig through the icy crust. Polar bears, rulers of the ice, roam vast distances in search of seals. Their survival is intimately tied to the presence of sea ice, which grows thinner and more unpredictable with each passing year. Across every habitat, from the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, each creature is finely attuned to the seasonal pulse. Their senses detect the faintest changes in temperature, humidity and light, triggering behaviors that have evolved over millennia. Migration, hibernation, breeding, these are not random acts, but carefully timed responses to environmental cues. The lengthening of days, the scent of rain on the wind, and the shifting angle of the sun all serve as signals for life to adapt and endure. To survive, animals must anticipate change before it arrives. They alter their bodies, sharpen their instincts, and modify their movements, always staying one step ahead of the world's relentless transformation. In this perpetual dance with time, resilience is the ultimate currency. Only those who adapt can thrive, and every adaptation is a testament to the ingenuity of life. The wild endures not by resisting the inevitable, but by embracing it. Each season writes a new chapter in the ongoing saga of survival, where every creature plays its part in the grand, ever-changing story of life. Beneath the towering grass and tangled roots, a hidden universe thrives, one where the smallest creatures wield the greatest influence. Here, in the cool darkness below the surface, insects form the foundation of Africa's wildest ecosystems, their movements orchestrating the unseen symphony of survival. In the filtered light beneath the forest canopy, insects traverse a labyrinth of roots and decaying leaves. Each step, each antenna twitch is a vital act, breaking down organic matter, aerating the soil, and ensuring that nutrients flow upward to nourish the towering trees above. On the open savanna, a single dung beetle embarks on its daily quest. Armoured and resolute, it navigates the harsh terrain, rolling its precious cargo with unwavering determination. This small engineer is more than a scavenger. It is a keystone species, shaping the very landscape it inhabits. With every rotation of its dung ball, the beetle buries vital nutrients deep into the earth. This act of recycling transforms barren soil into fertile ground, sparking a cascade of new growth that feeds herds of grazers and, in turn, the predators that follow. Beneath the surface, ants labour tirelessly, carving intricate tunnels and chambers. Their underground cities are marvels of natural engineering, with ventilation shafts, nurseries and food storage rooms. As they dig, ants aerate the soil, allowing water and oxygen to reach plant roots, and thus they quietly sustain the savanna's vitality. At dawn, the grasslands shimmer with webs spun by patient spiders. Each silken strand, adorned with dew, glistens in the first light, an ephemeral masterpiece that reveals the artistry of its creator. The web is a marvel of geometry and function, designed to ensnare the unwary. Every thread is placed with mathematical precision, a testament to the spider's instinctive mastery and its role as both predator and craftsman in this delicate ecosystem. Nearby, a praying mantis remains motionless, perfectly camouflaged among the swaying stems. Its limbs are folded in a posture of silent anticipation, every muscle poised for the split-second strike that will secure its next meal. This predator's patience is legendary, its camouflage a masterstroke of evolutionary adaptation. Deep within the leaf litter, armies of termites dismantle the fallen giants of the forest. Their powerful jaws break down wood and plant debris, transforming it into nutrient-rich humus. This process is essential, preventing the accumulation of dead matter and fueling the renewal of the forest floor. The relentless work of termites is a silent force, invisible to most, yet crucial for the ecosystem's health. By recycling organic material, they return vital elements to the soil, supporting the next generation of plant life and maintaining the delicate balance of the wild. Above ground, a kaleidoscope of butterflies drifts from flower to flower. Their delicate wings stir the air as they pollinate blossoms, ensuring the survival of countless plant species. Each visit is a link in the chain of renewal, a fleeting moment that sustains the diversity of the savannah. The air vibrates with the hum of bees, each one a master navigator. Guided by the sun and the subtle language of scent, bees chart intricate routes between blooms, transferring pollen with remarkable efficiency and precision. Within their hives, bees operate in perfect harmony. Every individual has a role. Nurses tend to larvae, workers gather nectar, and guards protect the entrance. This collective effort ensures the survival of the colony and the pollination of the wild. Across the landscape, beetles of every shape and colour fulfill a multitude of roles. Some feed on decaying matter, others pollinate flowers, and many serve as prey for larger hunters. Each beetle, no matter how small, is a vital thread in the intricate web of life. While lions stalk the tall grass and elephants roam the forests, it is the insects, often overlooked, that uphold the resilience of these wild places. Their tireless work sustains the giants and predators alike, linking every level of the food chain. Insects are the silent architects of the wilderness, recyclers, pollinators, builders, and prey. Their collective actions shape the environment, driving the cycles that sustain all life. In this hidden world, every leaf turned and every grain of soil shifted sends ripples through the ecosystem. Though their work is often unseen, insects are indispensable, quietly maintaining the balance of the wild, their influence echoing upward to touch every living thing. Beneath the shimmering surface of Africa's rivers and lakes lies a vibrant hidden world, where every current and shadow tells a story of survival. Here, the water is both sanctuary and battleground, shaping the destinies of countless species in a realm few ever witness firsthand. The aquatic wilderness teems with life. Schools of fish weaving through dense aquatic plants, their movements synchronized in a delicate ballet that keeps them safe from lurking predators. Every inch of this submerged landscape is fiercely contested, with each creature adapting to the ever-shifting environment. Shoals of cichlids, their scales glinting in a spectrum of dazzling hues, dart among rocky outcrops. These fish are masters of their domain, using the labyrinth of stones for shelter, breeding, and ambush. Some species, like the industrious sand sifters, tirelessly comb the substrate, stirring up clouds of nutrient-rich sediment. Their constant foraging not only sustains them, but also helps maintain the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Others, such as the remarkable mouth brooders, display extraordinary parental care, sheltering their vulnerable fry within cavernous jaws, protecting the next generation from the ever-present threat of predation. For the tiniest fry, survival is a relentless test. From their very first swim, they must evade a gauntlet of predators, darting between rocks and plants in a desperate bid to reach maturity. In the deeper, shadowy channels, the legendary Nile perch reigns supreme. This colossal predator glides through the gloom, its presence felt by all who share its domain. With senses honed to perfection, the Nile perch stalks its prey in near silence, detecting the faintest vibrations in the water. Its ambush is swift and decisive, a testament to millions of years of evolutionary refinement. Yet even apex predators are not immune to adversity. Fluctuating water conditions, pollution, and competition can leave even the mightiest fish vulnerable, forcing them to adapt or perish. The aquatic landscape is in constant flux. Sudden floods can sweep away entire communities, while prolonged droughts shrink rivers to isolated pools, stranding fish and concentrating predators and prey in a desperate struggle for survival. On the silty riverbed, African catfish, armoured and resourceful, scavenge for scraps. Their whiskered faces probe the mud, detecting morsels invisible to others, thriving where many would falter. Meanwhile, the tigerfish, sleek, muscular, and armed with rows of razor-sharp teeth, launches explosive attacks on unsuspecting prey. Their speed and aggression make them one of the river's most formidable hunters. Competition for food is relentless. Multiple species converge at feeding grounds, each employing unique strategies to outmaneuver rivals and secure a meal. Only the most adaptable thrive in this underwater contest. Along the margins, agile frogs leap among reeds, while terrapins glide silently through tangled vegetation, exploiting niches where larger predators cannot reach. Papyrus swamps, with their dense root systems, provide sanctuary for tiny fish and invertebrates. Here, the tangled maze offers protection from open-water threats, allowing fragile life to flourish. Yet these sanctuaries are delicate. Rising temperatures, invasive plants, and the arrival of new predators can disrupt the balance, testing the resilience of every inhabitant and threatening the intricate web of life. Every breath is a struggle. Fish pump water through their gills, extracting precious oxygen that fluctuates with the seasons. In times of scarcity, only the most efficient survive. The water itself can become a silent adversary. Heavy rains stir up silt, clouding vision and clogging gills. Disease and parasites spread unseen, claiming the weak and unwary. For those who adapt, the rewards are great. Clear waters and abundant food support thriving communities where each species plays a vital role in the ecosystem's ongoing story. But for others, the relentless currents and harsh realities of aquatic life prove insurmountable. The river claims the weak, sweeping them away in its unending flow. In these hidden depths and sun-dappled shallows, Africa's aquatic life endures, ever vigilant, ever evolving, and forever shaped by the rhythms of water and the unyielding challenges that flow within. Each day brings new trials, and only the most resilient will write the next chapter in this extraordinary saga of survival. As dawn breaks over the vast African savanna, the first rays of sunlight illuminate a world suspended between earth and sky. Here, above the winding rivers and endless grasslands, a silent drama unfolds, one that is written on the wings of Africa's most formidable aerial hunters. Birds of prey, the sovereign rulers of the air, glide effortlessly across their immense territories. Their vision is unmatched, capable of detecting the faintest movement from hundreds of meters above, every feather engineered for silent, controlled flight. In the cool morning breeze, a martial eagle rides the thermals, its wings spanning nearly 7 feet. As it circles high above, its shadow flickers across the golden grasses, a fleeting omen for any creature below. Each movement is a product of evolutionary perfection. The eagle's flight is a blend of power and precision, every glide calculated to conserve energy while maximizing its vantage point. From this lofty perspective, the eagle's eyes sweep the savannah for the slightest disturbance. A hare pressed flat against the earth, its heartbeat quickening as danger looms overhead. Or perhaps a monitor lizard, basking in the warmth of a sunlit rock, unaware that it too is being watched from above. Suddenly the eagle tucks its wings, transforming from a glider into a missile. Gravity takes hold as it plunges earthward, slicing through the air with astonishing speed. In a blur of motion, talons extend, razor-sharp and unyielding. The strike is swift, decisive, and often fatal. For the prey there is no warning, only the sudden rush of wind and the shadow that signals the end. Yet the life of a raptor is not defined by constant success. Hours are spent perched atop ancient trees, every muscle poised, every sense alert. Patience is as vital as power. Even the most skilled hunters miss their mark. A misjudged dive, a sudden gust of wind, and the opportunity is lost. Hunger is a constant companion, driving the relentless pursuit. Between hunts, raptors conserve energy, resting on the gnarled branches of acacia trees. Here they survey their domain, ever watchful for the next chance to strike. The wind whispers through their feathers, carrying the scents and sounds of the wild. But the elements are unpredictable. Dense fog can descend without warning, shrouding the land in a veil of uncertainty. Even the sharpest eyes struggle to pierce the mist, and the hunt becomes a game of chance. Competition is fierce. Rival raptors circle in the sky, each one testing the other's resolve. A moment's hesitation can mean the difference between dominance and defeat. Along the riverbanks, the African fish eagle claims its throne. With regal posture, it surveys the shimmering water, every muscle coiled in anticipation. Its haunting call reverberates across the river, a sound that signals both territory and intent. The eagle's gaze never wavers, tracking the subtle ripples that betray the presence of fish below. With a sudden burst of energy, the fish eagle launches itself into the air, then plunges talons first into the water. Its grip is unyielding, lifting a writhing fish from the river's surface in a display of precision and strength. Yet danger lurks beneath. Crocodiles, masters of stealth, wait patiently for the chance to snatch an unwary bird or steal its hard-won prize. The river is a battleground where only the most vigilant survive. Opportunistic storks gather at the water's edge, ever ready to capitalize on the chaos. They wait for scraps, their patience rewarded by the leftovers of the hunt. In the arid cliffs, the elusive lanafalcon reigns. Its flight is a masterclass in agility, weaving through rocky outcrops with breathtaking speed and control. The falcon's quarry, nimble doves, dart through the labyrinth of stone and shadow. The chase is relentless, a test of reflexes and endurance where only the swiftest survive. Every pursuit is a contest of speed and wits. The falcon's streamlined body and acute senses give it the edge, but the outcome is never certain. In this aerial ballet, survival is earned with every beat of the wing. Nesting season brings new challenges. High on cliff ledges or in the tallest trees, raptors construct their homes, fortresses built to withstand the elements and deter intruders. But even here, danger is ever present. Eggs and chicks are vulnerable to snakes, monitor lizards and other predators. The nest is a sanctuary, but also a target. Parental devotion is unwavering. Adults alternate between fierce defense and tireless hunting, ensuring their young are fed and protected. Every return to the nest is a triumph over adversity. As the sun dips below the horizon, a new hunter emerges. The silhouette of an owl glides silently through the twilight, its wings adapted for near-soundless flight. The owl's facial discs act as parabolic receivers, channeling the faintest rustle of rodents in the grass below. Its hearing is so acute it can pinpoint prey in total darkness. Night transforms the savannah. For nocturnal raptors, darkness is an ally. They hunt with stealth and precision, their world defined by sound and shadow rather than sight. Across Africa's diverse landscapes, birds of prey adapt to every challenge. From open plains to dense forests, from riverbanks to rocky cliffs, they are both sentinels and survivors, forever poised between hunger and bounty. The skies themselves are ever-changing. Shifting winds, sudden storms, and the relentless sun demand constant adaptation. Raptors adjust their flight, their hunting strategies, and even their territories to survive. Their mastery of the air is a daily testament to instinct, skill, and resilience. Every hunt, every flight, every moment perched in watchful silence is a chapter in the ongoing saga of survival. Written not in words, but in the wind and the wild expanse of Africa's skies. Beneath the open skies and towering trees, another cast of survivors shapes the fate of the wild, quietly, methodically, and often unseen. Here, in the sun-dappled undergrowth and along the muddy riverbanks, reptiles emerge as the silent architects of balance and intrigue. A Nile crocodile lies motionless in the shallows, its armoured body barely breaking the surface. Only its ancient eyes betray the slow calculation within, a patience honed by millennia. As antelope approach for a drink, the crocodile remains perfectly still, blending seamlessly into the landscape. Every ripple, every breath is measured. When opportunity strikes, it does so with astonishing power. A single explosive lunge, jaws snapping shut with bone-crushing force. The river erupts into chaos, a reminder that even the most tranquil waters conceal lethal secrets. Elsewhere, a chameleon inches along a slender branch, its skin shifting through a palette of greens and browns. Each movement is deliberate, each pause a study in stillness. Its eyes swivel independently, scanning for both predators and prey. With a lightning-fast flick, its tongue shoots out, capturing an unsuspecting insect in a display of precision and speed. The chameleon's mastery of camouflage is more than a defense. It is a living testament to adaptation, a strategy woven into the very fabric of its being. Under the cover of fallen leaves, a puff adder slithers silently, its scales patterned to mimic the dappled light. It hunts by ambush, lying in wait for the faint vibrations of a passing rodent. When the moment is right, it strikes with blinding speed, injecting venom that swiftly incapacitates its prey. The adder's role is vital, controlling populations, shaping the delicate equilibrium between predator and prey. As the afternoon heat intensifies, a monitor lizard emerges from its burrow, tongue flicking to taste the air. It scours the landscape for eggs, carrion or small mammals, its keen senses guiding it through the labyrinth of roots and rocks. The lizard's powerful limbs and sharp claws are tools for both digging and defense, ensuring its survival in a world of constant challenge. High above, a boomslang navigates the canopy with effortless grace, its slender body winding through the leaves. It hunts in silence, relying on stealth and agility to approach unsuspecting birds' nests. The boomslang's venom is potent, but its true power lies in the element of surprise, a single calculated strike that tips the scales of life and death. Each reptile, from the tiniest gecko to the formidable python, plays a unique role in the ecosystem. They are predators and prey, competitors and caretakers, shaping the world around them with every hunt, every meal, every silent patrol. Their presence influences the behavior of mammals and birds alike, weaving a complex web of interactions that ensures no single species dominates for long. As dusk settles and the first stars appear, the reptiles retreat into shadow, their stories etched into the landscape. They are the unseen forces, the silent architects of the wild, forever maintaining the fragile balance upon which all life depends. Beneath the tangled roots and dense foliage, life stirs in miniature, a world often overlooked yet vital to the heartbeat of the wild. Here, in the cool, damp shadows, amphibians emerge as both sentinels and survivors, their presence a testament to the delicate balance of water, soil, and air. A chorus of reed frogs erupts at twilight, their translucent throats pulsing in rhythm with the gathering dusk. Each call is a beacon, a signal to potential mates and a warning to rivals. Their skin glistens with moisture, drawing life from the air and the earth itself. The frogs' vibrant patterns, emerald, sapphire and gold, are not just for show. These colours serve as warnings to would-be predators, advertising potent toxins that linger on their skin. In a nearby pool, the African bullfrog surfaces with a slow, deliberate blink. Its massive body belies a ferocious appetite and a surprising role as both predator and protector. As the rains return, the bullfrog guards its shimmering clutch of eggs, fending off snakes and birds with sudden powerful leaps. Tadpoles wriggle beneath the surface, their journey from water to land a race against time and predators. A painted reed frog clings to a blade of grass, its toes equipped with microscopic pads that grip even the slickest surfaces. It moves with careful precision, navigating a world where every drop of water is precious. In the undergrowth, a marbled salamander emerges after a midnight rain, its black and white skin gleaming in the moonlight. It hunts quietly, stalking insects and tiny snails, its movements barely disturbing the leaf litter below. As the night deepens, the air grows thick with the calls of toads and tree frogs, their voices weaving a tapestry of sound that echoes through the forest and savannah. Each note is a message of territory, of longing, of life's relentless persistence. Amphibians are more than singers in the night. They are guardians of the ecosystem, controlling insect populations and serving as a crucial link in the food web. Sensitive to even the slightest change in their environment, they are the first to signal the health or decline of the wild places they call home. As dawn approaches, the chorus fades, and the amphibians retreat to the cool refuge of mud and moss. Their nightly symphony lingers in the air, a reminder that even the smallest voices shape the fate of the wild. In the intricate tapestry of life, the pulse of the undergrowth continues, quiet, persistent, and essential. Beneath the leaf litter and tangled roots, a world unfolds that is neither plant nor animal, a secret kingdom that threads through soil and decaying wood, unseen but indispensable. This is the realm of fungi, the invisible engineers of the wild. As the camera glides just above the forest floor, delicate mushroom caps emerge from the damp earth, their surfaces beaded with dew. Some glow faintly in the twilight, bioluminescent signals in the darkness. Others appear as intricate fans, their gills fanning out like the pages of an ancient book. Each shape and colour tells a story of adaptation and survival. Hidden from sight, vast networks of mycelium, fine branching filaments, spread beneath the surface, weaving an underground web that connects trees, shrubs, and even grasses. These fungal threads act as nature's communication cables, carrying water, nutrients, and chemical messages between plants. In this silent exchange, a dying tree's final reserves may nourish a sapling, or a warning of pest invasion may ripple through the network, priming the forest for defense. A time-lapse reveals the slow, mesmerizing growth of a bracket fungus as it digests a fallen log, returning nutrients to the soil. Tiny springtails and beetles scurry among the spores, feeding on the bounty provided by decomposition. This relentless recycling transforms death into new life, ensuring the forest's resilience through drought, flood, and fire. Certain fungi form alliances with roots, creating symbiotic partnerships that allow trees to draw life from even the poorest soils. In return, the trees gift the fungi with sugars crafted from sunlight, a silent pact that has shaped forests for millions of years. But this hidden world is not without peril. Parasitic fungi can topple giants, their spores drifting on the wind to spark outbreaks that ripple through entire ecosystems. Yet, even in destruction, they create space for renewal, clearing the way for pioneers and shaping the ever-changing face of the wild. As the sun pierces the canopy and morning mist rises, the forest floor teems with the quiet industry of fungi. They are the architects of renewal, the unseen hands that sculpt the wild from within. In every corner of the earth, from the steamy Amazon to the frozen taiga, their legacy endures, silent, patient, and profound. The pulse of the wild is not only heard in the calls of birds or the rustle of mammals, but in the silent symphony beneath our feet. Here, the forest's hidden network weaves life together, strand by strand, in a masterpiece of unseen connection. Beneath the web of mycelium, and deeper than the reach of roots, an even smaller world pulses with life. A realm invisible to the naked eye, yet crucial to the survival of every living thing on Earth. This is the domain of microbes, bacteria, archaea, and microscopic algae, the unsung custodians of the wild. As the camera plunges through the layers of soil, each granule teems with motion. Swirling animations reveal colonies of bacteria clustering around root tips, their bodies exchanging nutrients in a microscopic barter. Here, nitrogen-fixing bacteria transform inert gas into life-giving fertilizer, feeding the plants above and fueling the entire food web. In a droplet of water, a single-celled alga dances, harnessing sunlight to create energy in the most ancient alchemy, photosynthesis. These tiny powerhouses form the base of aquatic ecosystems, sustaining everything from insect larvae to apex predators. In the shadowy depths of a termite mound, specialized microbes break down cellulose, turning wood into nourishment for their insect hosts. Without them, the savanna's fallen branches would linger, stalling the endless cycle of decay and renewal. Time-lapse microscopy unveils the drama of predatory protozoa stalking their prey, and the sudden bloom of microbial mats after a rainstorm paints the soil with iridescent blues and greens. Each microbe plays a role, some decomposers, others parasites, many symbionts, together driving the chemical engines of the earth. But this miniature world is not immune to upheaval. Shifts in temperature, moisture, or the arrival of pollutants can tip the balance, causing microbial communities to collapse or explode in harmful blooms. Their sensitivity makes them early sentinels of environmental change, their reactions rippling outward to affect entire ecosystems. As the sun sets and shadows lengthen, the camera lingers on a dew-laden leaf, where a fine film of bacteria glistens in the fading light. Here, at the intersection of air, water and earth, the smallest of life forms sustain the largest. From the depths of the soil to the surface of the leaves, microbes are the breath of the earth, silent, invisible and indispensable. They are the foundation upon which all wildness is built, the first to respond, the last to endure. In every breath of wind and every drop of rain, their legacy persists, shaping the world in ways we are only beginning to understand. As dawn breaks over a forest floor shrouded in mist, the camera drifts low, revealing a tapestry of fallen leaves, broken branches and the remains of life past. Here, in the quiet aftermath, another crucial chapter of the wild begins. Decomposition, the process by which nature reclaims its own. Close-up shots reveal the intricate ballet of detritivores, millipedes and woodlice weaving through decaying leaf litter, their segmented bodies glistening with morning dew. Beetle larvae tunnel through rotting wood, their movements slow but relentless, breaking down what once stood tall above the canopy. Beneath the surface, earthworms glide silently, aerating the soil as they digest organic matter. Their castings, rich in nutrients, leave behind fertile pathways for roots and microbes. Time-lapse footage captures the gradual disappearance of a fallen bird, its feathers and bones consumed by a silent army of fungi and carrion beetles. Each frame tells the story of transformation rather than loss. In a hollow log, a colony of springtails leaps in synchronized bursts, feeding on mold and spores. Slugs and snails trace shining trails across the darkened bark, rasping away at the soft tissues of decomposing plants. Overhead, a vulture circles, eyes sharp for the next opportunity, a reminder that even the largest creatures play their part in this endless cycle. Zooming in, the camera reveals networks of fungal hyphae threading through the debris, weaving together the remains of leaves and wood. Their enzymes dissolve the toughest fibres, releasing nutrients back into the soil. Animated overlays illustrate how carbon, nitrogen and phosphorus are liberated, fueling new growth and sustaining entire ecosystems. As day turns to dusk, the forest floor is transformed. What was once decay becomes the promise of renewal. New shoots push through the softened earth, nourished by the remnants of seasons past. The cycle is complete, death feeding life and life returning to the wild in perpetual rebirth. In this intricate web, nothing is wasted. Every fallen leaf, every lifeless body is an offering, a gift to the future. Decomposition is not an end, but a beginning. The unseen force that ensures the wild endures, generation after generation. Beneath the softened soil, where yesterday's decay has woven a tapestry of nourishment, a new story quietly unfolds. The camera glides just above ground level, capturing a mosaic of seeds scattered by wind, water and wandering wildlife. Each one, a capsule of potential, nestles into the fertile earth. Some cradled in the hollow of a rotted log, others hidden beneath the sheltering leaves. Time-lapse photography reveals a breathtaking spectacle. The delicate rupture of seed coats, roots unfurling into the darkness, and pale shoots stretching hungrily towards the promise of light. The screen splits on one side, a sunbird flits through the undergrowth, its tiny claws brushing loose a seed pod. On the other, a squirrel buries an acorn, unintentionally planting the forest's future. As the days pass, the camera lingers on the synchronized dance of germination. Ferns uncurl in slow spirals, their fronds catching the first rays of dawn. Grass blades pierce the mulch, forming emerald carpets where only bare ground lay before. Animated overlays trace the intricate journey of water and nutrients, drawn up from the soil, channeled through root hairs, and transformed into the sugars that fuel this green surge. A close-up reveals a seedling's struggle, its first leaves battered by rainfall, its stem swaying in the wind. Yet, with every challenge, its roots anchor deeper, drawing strength from the decomposed remnants beneath. In a sun-dappled clearing, wildflowers burst into bloom, their petals beckoning pollinators, signaling that the cycle of renewal is in full swing. Aerial shots pull back to reveal a transformed landscape, a once barren patch now teeming with life and colour. Saplings reach skyward, weaving the next generation's canopy. Insects crawl along tender stems, birds flit from branch to branch, and the forest hums with the quiet promise of continuity. As dusk settles, the camera zooms in on a single dew-kissed leaf, its veins pulsing with the lifeblood of the ecosystem. Here, on the foundation of decay, the wild has reclaimed its stage. Life surges forward, unstoppable and eternal, each generation rising upon the gifts of those that came before. In the endless cycle of the wild, every ending is a new beginning. And in the silent surge of green, the promise of tomorrow takes root. As dawn's first light filters through the rejuvenated canopy, a new chapter stirs beneath the surface. One crafted not just by chance, but by nature's enduring blueprint for resilience. The camera glides through a tapestry of young saplings, tracing the delicate lattice of roots that interlock in silent collaboration. Animated overlays reveal an underground network. Roots, mycorrhizal fungi, and soil microbes, their signals pulsing in luminous threads, forging alliances that nurture, defend, and sustain. Above ground, the lens lingers on the next generation of engineers, a colony of leafcutter ants, their procession a living conveyor belt of green. Each ant, a tiny architect, harvests fragments of leaf to cultivate subterranean gardens of fungus, their food and a cornerstone of the forest's fertility. In a nearby clearing, a strangler fig begins its patient ascent, its tendrils weaving around a host tree, shaping not only its own future, but the architecture of the forest itself. A time-lapse sequence captures the ebb and flow of rain, monsoon storms drenching the ground, streams swelling and wetlands breathing new life into the landscape. Seeds, adapted to flood and drought alike, germinate in synchrony with the elements, their survival strategies honed by millennia of trial and error. The camera shifts to a close-up of a resilient acacia sapling, its thorns glistening with dew, its leaves fluttering in the breeze, a fortress against herbivores, a sanctuary for ants, a testament to the arms race of adaptation. In the undergrowth, a pangolin snuffles through leaf litter, its armoured scales glinting in filtered sunlight. It pauses to feast on a termite mound, inadvertently aerating the soil and dispersing spores. Each movement, every interaction, weaves resilience into the very fabric of the ecosystem. Sweeping aerial shots reveal the mosaic of habitats, patches of grassland, thickets of shrubs, corridors of towering trees. Animated overlays highlight the corridors and stepping stones that allow creatures to migrate, pollinate, and disperse. The camera lingers on a cluster of wildflowers blooming after fire, their seeds awakened by heat, a living memory of the land's trials and triumphs. As twilight descends, the lens focuses on a single sapling silhouetted against the sky. Its leaves rustle in the evening breeze, casting shifting shadows on the forest floor. Here, in the quiet resilience of the wild, nature's blueprint endures, an endless cycle of innovation adaptation, and hope. In every root that grips the earth, every seed that braves the unknown, and every creature that shapes its world, the architects of tomorrow are at work. The promise of renewal is not just a surge, but a strategy, woven deep into the living tapestry of the wild. As the cycle of renewal unfolds, the wild composes a symphony that stretches far beyond the horizon. Each note a testament to connection, each movement a promise for the future. The camera soars above a mosaic of ecosystems, where forest merges into savanna, wetland into woodland, and rivers carve silver ribbons through a living patchwork. Animated overlays trace invisible lines of migration and dispersal. Elephants forging ancient trails, birds weaving aerial highways, and seeds hitching rides on fur and feathers. Beneath the surface, a riverbed teems with life. Schools of cichlids dart between stones, their vibrant colours flickering in the dappled light. The lens lingers on a freshwater crab, delicately sifting through silt, its movements stirring up nutrients that feed a chorus of tiny aquatic plants. In the reeds above, dragonflies dance on the breeze, their wings catching the last golden rays of day as they hunt for midges in an intricate ballet. The scene shifts to a forest edge at dusk. Here, fruit bats emerge in swirling flocks, carrying pollen and seeds across vast distances. Slow-motion footage captures the delicate dusting of pollen on fur, a silent handshake between plant and animal that ensures the next generation will flourish. In the grass below, a mongoose family forages, their sharp eyes scanning for danger, their movements aerating the soil and scattering seeds. Animated diagrams reveal the ripple effect of these interactions, how the fall of a single fruit, carried by a hornbill, can spark the birth of a new tree. How the migration of wildebeest shapes entire landscapes, their hooves churning the earth and their dung nourishing the ground for generations to come. The camera glides through the canopy, following the path of a gliding squirrel as it leaps from branch to branch, its outstretched limbs bridging the gaps between trees. Each landing is a link in the chain of continuity, every leap a reminder that survival hinges on connection. As night deepens, a chorus of frogs and insects rises from the undergrowth, each call a thread in the tapestry of sound. Bioluminescent fungi glow softly among fallen logs, illuminating a hidden world where even decay breathes new life. In the closing moments, sweeping aerial shots reveal the vast, interconnected web of life, a living testament to resilience, innovation, and hope. The wild symphony continues, echoing through time, its harmonies shaped by every creature, every plant, and every unseen hand. Here, in the unity of nature, the future is not just imagined. It is composed, note by note, connection by connection. The story of the wild is unending, a symphony where every life has a part and every connection shapes the world to come.